Welcome to AVEVA World Digital. We are delighted that you could join us again, digitally, to share perspectives on the business environment, and specifically the role of technology and our partnership in addressing your business imperatives. In this session, I'd like to share with you our strategy and roadmap for empowering the connected worker, a central persona in the increasingly digital business future of companies. The market environment continues to be impacted by COVID-19. A change in consumer demand and consumption patterns, localized supply chains, the emerging reality of autonomous and near-autonomous operations, all coupled with sustainability imperatives and a changing energy landscape, have defined a new reality for the industrial market for the next few years. At the center of this change, and fundamentally impacted, is the workforce of the future, the connected workforce. This is a generation that does not have the experiential learning of years and the normal workplace ecosystem to support them, that must deal with an entirely new work environment, and that needs to engage and collaborate digitally with colleagues, many of whom they may never have met in person. And with all this comes a responsibility of high performance to ensure business outcomes in challenging times. These realities shape how technology needs to enable and empower the connected workforce. Applications need to interoperate seamlessly to address complex use cases and provide boundaryless workflows. No matter how complex or domain-intensive the underlying functionality, the relevant information needs to be abstracted, contextualized, and presented simply and clearly. Automated guidance and learning aids are needed to provide digital expert assistance, and the experience of industrial software has to be as good as the intuitiveness and ease of use of consumer technology. AVEVA's portfolio strategy is strongly aligned to addressing the business drivers that shape the objectives of the connected workforce. Ensuring the viability of new projects that will drive business volumes and growth in a CapEx and an OpEx constrained environment. Enabling remote teams with the information to make decisions to keep operations running smoothly. Keeping equipment running reliably and safely with minimal supervision. And making the agile supply chain decisions to maximize business opportunity in a volatile environment. These are all new aspects of traditional roles that the new connected workforce has to deliver to. Later in this session, we'll examine how our technology supports 4 of the many key roles in the new normal: the design engineer, the operations manager, the field technician, and the production scheduler. In the last AVEVA World event, we had talked about the digital twin and the connected worker emerging as the 2 key personas of the new normal. Our portfolio strategy and roadmap is very strongly aligned to helping our customers rapidly realize value by tapping into the full potential of these personas. The breadth and depth of our portfolio supports a comprehensive digital twin strategy, providing the digital backbone across the key industrial disciplines of engineering, production, maintenance, and supply chain management. This means describing through models the physical and behavioral characteristic of assets, individually and as a network system of physical and information flows. Using these models to visualize and analyze performance and to predict any potential performance or safety issues. And providing the contextual information required by specific roles for specific scenarios to enable decision-making and actions that help address business requirements. We see the connected worker as a user persona of the digital twin across the key industrial disciplines. A connected worker solution must necessarily access all of the information and include all of the necessary applications to provide the insight, guidance, and tools to ensure safe, effective, and consistent work output specific to each role. AVEVA's portfolio provides the foundational capability to access and manage all the information sources that are the input for the digital twin, supported by powerful and proven applications across the asset lifecycle and the operational value chain that also provide functionality to support connected worker requirements. Our rich experience across multiple industries provides the domain content to address industry-specific scenarios and use cases. And even before the imperative of current times, we had started enabling our rich portfolio capability in the cloud to enable ease of access and deployment and collaboration. We are accelerating this shift, and we are building AI-infused capabilities across our portfolio to provide additional capabilities for inference, prediction, guidance, and adaptation to dynamic business conditions. So, what does empowering the connected worker mean in the current business environment, and what role does technology play in realizing this important goal? Here are some requirements specifically that have emerged in the context of the industrial market. Cloud-based applications to enable remote access and distributed team collaboration. Data visualization and analytics to provide the insight and decision support that the next generation workforce requires. AI-based guidance and immersive and mixed reality tools to help the workforce execute tasks safely and effectively. And finally, learning and development tools to help align and develop skill sets specific to evolving roles and job requirements. Let us now look at how some of these requirements play out in the context of the four important roles that I mentioned earlier, and how AVEVA technology empowers the connected worker. Let's start with the design engineer. She is responsible as part of a team to ensure that an ongoing capital project meets its cost and schedule commitments. A shift in business priority based on market demand has called for a change in design, and this has to be implemented without impacting schedule and cost. Previously, she would have had to interact with different teams separately, often with manual exchange of information, and yet have no visibility about the overall impact on cost and schedule. With AVEVA Unified Engineering in the cloud, change is implemented once and communicated and incorporated seamlessly using a common engineering database across all functions to synchronize information flow and work processes. Cross-functional teams can now collaborate from any location by accessing the solution in the cloud. The design engineer is then able to easily update the detailed design with accurate and current information across the life cycle to ensure that procurement and construction are able to make a timely adjustment to their plans as well. Engineering change incorporated, project risk minimized, and a connected worker empowered. As part of our roadmap, we are simplifying and enriching the experience even further. Using immersive reality in the cloud coupled with powerful AI-enabled asset search, engineers from different locations will be able to access asset information faster and use powerful visualization to analyze faster and more effectively the impact of design changes and evaluate alternatives to mitigate the impact on project schedule and cost. Our next role is the operations manager, responsible for the smooth running of the production facility. In the current environment, she needs to plan production and operate with fewer resources due to constraints on staffing on location. With AVEVA's Unified Operations Center, she now has a consolidated view across all functions and all aspects of operations in real time, with the ability to drill down into multiple areas and analyze potential bottlenecks or issues that could impact any aspect of production, throughput, quality, or compliance, and trigger actions accordingly. Mandated safety gaps between shift changeovers are also accommodated by using automated alerts and workflow to assign and complete tasks based on resource availability, ensure that there is no impact to production goals. And so, operating constraints handled, production goals achieved, and a connected worker empowered. As part of our roadmap, AI-based alerts will provide faster and more accurate operational insights supported by remote assistance to enable rapid and effective response to operational issues. The production scheduler has an increasingly complex task, handling the realities of production constraints with rapid changes in a volatile business environment. Let's take it as an example, a refinery production scheduler who manipulates sequences of controllable events, including deciding when to switch crude feeds and when to blend a batch of product. However, uncontrollable factors such as unavailable tanks, delay on shipment, missing material, and unplanned maintenance can make a production schedule infeasible, and she has to respond quickly to ensure that the schedule is re-optimized. With AVEVA's unified supply chain solution, she has seamless access to all the parameters that impact schedule and downstream production. With the power of cloud computing, she is able to rapidly simulate scenarios and react in minutes, updating all other functions to adjust accordingly. Unplanned situation handled, schedules optimized, and a connected worker empowered. Going forward, AVEVA AI will enable our production scheduler to become a supply chain strategist, capable of proactively evaluating options to take advantage of economic opportunities to increase margin or reduce lost value in the supply chain. And finally, we come to the field technician, responsible for keeping complex machinery running reliably and safely. Let us assume he's relatively new in the job and doesn't have the field experience to know, for example, when a reading could potentially signal a major safety issue. With AVEVA Mobile Operator, he is notified of an oil pressure problem in an air compressor on his mobile device during inspection rounds. This alert was triggered by AVEVA Predictive Analytics, which was monitoring the operating parameters of the compressor. He is then given prompted, focused advice and troubleshooting steps which ensure that the immediate problem is addressed whilst also ensuring his safety in the field. He is then able to easily create a work order request to have maintenance fix the problem. Breakdown averted, safety ensured, a connected worker empowered. In our roadmap, we continue to increase the guidance and work task aids to the field technician with powerful AI-based prescriptive guidance coupled with our augmented reality field tools to undertake tasks consistently, effectively, and safely. We have continued to make the breadth of our portfolio increasingly available for cloud deployment, all accessible through our common cloud platform, AVEVA Connect. In the new normal, the ability to access cloud-based capability for ease of deployment, collaboration, and flexible consumption is going to be an essential element of driving digital transformation. Since our last AVEVA World event, our solution footprint in AVEVA Connect has grown. We have 22 integrated solutions and common services, all available through the single platform. 1,900 customers with over 25,000 users are deriving value from these cloud-based solutions and leveraging the ease of our flex subscription model to optimize technology deployment based on requirements and lowering the total cost of ownership. Today, we are excited to announce 3 important updates to our portfolio. AVEVA Unified Engineering, which breaks down the silos between process and detail design to deliver a collaborative data-centric environment with a single source of truth across the engineering lifecycle. Owner-operators and EPCs can now collaborate to execute projects with high traceability in a secure cloud environment that can be set up in days to accelerate time to value and reduce total install cost. We are adding an exciting new capability to our cloud-based unified supply chain solution. Real-time crude is a collaborative development between AVEVA and Schneider Electric that uses a leading-edge IR analyzer to generate a full crude assay from a small sample of crude. This shortens a process that would normally take days of lab analysis down to a matter of hours. Coupled with powerful production accounting capability, AVEVA Unified Supply Chain now delivers true closed-loop integration of planning, scheduling, and production management. And finally, with AVEVA Insight Predictive Analytics, we are making available powerful new guided analytics functionality in the cloud for advanced pattern recognition to augment advanced analytics and condition monitoring. The solution offers a quick time to value, and customers can start on a predictive analytics-based asset performance strategy without the need for complex modeling or data science. This solution allows the user to create easy-to-deploy models targeting specific assets and providing reliable anomaly detection with minimal configuration. At the AVEVA World Digital Expo, we have these solutions and more showcase. Please do visit and find out more about AVEVA Connect, your digital transformation hub, about the exciting possibilities of industrial AI, and about how technology will bring digital-enabled capabilities to the connected worker. Thank you for attending this session. Next on the agenda, we will hear from Dirk Holbach, Chief Supply Chain Officer for the laundry business of Henkel, who is going to share Henkel's digital backbone strategy, including how they are using digitalization to drive the company's sustainability vision and enabling sustainable business practices across their manufacturing operations, a very relevant topic for current times. Then we will hear from Sébastien Boissier, Digital Director for Danone, and how they have used AVEVA's MES software to form the foundation of their manufacturing 4.0 strategy, which is being implemented across all their factories in Southeast Asia. And in the panel session, Kim Cousteau and Peter Richmond from AVEVA will be joined by Sebastian Evan of Nestlé Beverage, and the Q&A panel will also feature our keynote speaker from Henkel talking about how digital transformation is empowering the connected worker. We sincerely appreciate our customers participating in these sessions with us, and for providing the context and experience that bring to life many of the key strategies that we are sharing with you at AVEVA World Digital. We live and work in a uniquely disrupted environment, but these partnerships also unlock opportunities, and we are truly privileged to work with you. And as always, thank you for your support, your partnership, and your trust.